started today, we said let's use an assumed resistance zone 1502 and try to come back in and be patient. Could be a minor break. You know, a couple of ticks is nothing. And so if you wanted the short, we said best trade would be if it got a new high to try to short, you know, that double top area and then try to come back in and get past the 97s if we could. And then get into the 95.5 to 96 area, which, you know, admittedly would be the gap zone. So half cap trade works. That's typically one of our favorites. The gap trade works. 99.25 is set up as the demon. Angel test is 94.75. And I said pre-market that the shorts need to undo this 95 area to get any further south side. So for now, this is, you know, I'm treating this as range trading. We were looking obviously to just try to get onto the scoreboard, get a few points in our pockets, and then if you've got a trailer short side, keep an eye on time. But certainly anybody that's made a few points already this morning, lock something up. You know, don't let it get away. You know, we can see, we'd said the other day that this was a psychology area. So anybody that has played short side, we said first things first. Let's assume that we're going to come back this way and do a little testing for support. Doesn't have to. But as we got later into the market and pre-market, the odds really started to change. And I said, anybody's long, you better take profits before the start of the open because there's a good possibility we'll be coming this way. And that's why some of the rules we try to put out there help us to understand timing ideas. So, you know, we guessed correctly that, you know, don't hang on to your trades if you were a long side trader. Here it is. Beautiful. Right there. Grab something right here, 94.75 test. Overnight low is 94. So here's your double test and a reminder, we're testing this guy right here. Good trade. Anybody that took it, we've done a range already. From a little bit over, you know, the morning after trend day hits the new high, doesn't have to hold it, and now we've come back in and neutralized things. So first magnet 95.5, and then the obviously test of the angel. So right now the longs are on the run, and we're using 99.25 as resistance right now. And to break this down, another magnet back here in a 91.5, 92 area. So this was a good first test for the longs, and anybody who, you know, really wanted the long side today at pre-market, here you had to use a stop. If your thought, and you never know, but if that was your thought was, hey, we're just going to jam, once it starts to come back this way, you've got to give it up. No sense starting a week, you know, being underwater. So your first trade didn't work. Our room, we said the normal play is to come back and try to get to the half gap and get the gap. And then anything over here is gravy. So this low right here, important low right now. My suggestion, got to take something. And day's still early. So this is a nice shakeout right here. And I said it looked to me like the markets are messy. You know, the NQ is bouncing, and that's been a laggard. So I said real disconnect here between the markets. "30-minute chart had been in play, and we're starting to go over and under. And if we look at our 60 chart, now we've come back into better balance on the 60. We're coming in and testing that blue line on the 60. And we said potential targets today, we could, if we came back and tested 94 and broke it, we could be testing that 91 to 92. So keep an eye out for that today. And all we know is that 1500 has been rejected early, but that was pre-market. So we need to see where support comes in. My guess is that 91 to 92 will be a very important support level. And if it can't hold, then obviously we can, backtrack a little more. And all I can tell you is this market has defied gravity. So this was our major first target for any increase over last year's high, and we come back to double tested here. So keep an eye on the 60-minute chart. Keep an eye on time. We've been in the market half hour. I remarked about 5 minutes ago that usually we will like to see this trade get at least a half an hour to try to complete. So far that's been the right direction. And I would leave a trailer just for a few more minutes. We've got a little more time. And don't let this get away. Obviously you want a trailer if you've got one. If not, make sure you get paid. So we're testing the overnight low and don't know if we can get back in a little bit lower or not, but already I'm pleased that we started the week with something in our pocket. And it's testing the overnight low. So soon support we said would be this 91 to 92. Make sure you get paid. Don't ever let this trade get away from you. These bots have been, spot on. No fear. They go right up, like I said, nose to nose. Good trade. Very good trade. Anybody took it, way to go. If you are buying this morning, make sure you're using a stop. And today's trade, we said, if we got lucky, would probably get a fairly small range. We've got FOMC. So sometimes we'll get some chop ahead of that. Not a lot of news out there. And we're using 99 right now as our resistance zone. So still thinking range trading and good first trade. Make sure you get paid. And you don't have to stay in the market all day. Take some profits out, go to the sideline, relax. Don't spend your money before you get to count it.